Good morning, everybody, and a very warm welcome from Sheffield-on-Loddon. And today marks another video on our inaugural week of videos. So just to quickly start before we get on today's video, yesterday's video to Model Railway Solutions, that has been delayed or postponed, and it was just basically due to really bad weather around these parts yesterday. It's extremely gusty and wet, and yes, it wasn't very nice around here yesterday, and I just decided, you know what, today's the day to stay at home, so that video has been delayed. However, today's video, as you can probably tell, the weather is a lot better, and even so, I was planning on doing this trip anyway. Basically, it was my birthday on Monday, and excuse me, and today I am going down to London to see the family as I had arranged. There was a debate as to whether or not I was going to take the car or not. However, I decided to go by train. Just purely because I've had so much fun this week on the trains that I just decided to just carry on. And so today's journey will be from Sheffield-on-Loddon or Basingstoke down to London, and tomorrow's journey will be the return journey. So this video won't actually go up tonight, it will actually go up tomorrow once I've completed the return journey. So so it will kind of be filmed in two parts, but it will be filmed on one video. So that's what the plan is today. I did put a question out there to a few people about whether I should go via the GWR or the SWR route, and the GWR seems to have won. However, it is subject to debate and open to debate. I'm just going to see what happens. My plan today is to get to Basingstoke station and see what's available, really. The ticket is basically from Basingstoke to London via any permitted route. So I can go via the southwestern route, which is usually the main route that I would have taken when I used to live in Alton, except from Basingstoke you'd kind of do that stretch up to Woking, or Woking, and then obviously you join that other stretch where I used to come from Alton. So from that part, that would be pretty much the same as what I used to do, and into Waterloo. The other option is to go via the GWR route, which is basically from Basingstoke do the shuttle to Reading, and then instead of going to Swindon like we did the other day, we're going the other direction, the eastbound direction, London-bound direction into London Paddington, via whatever's available, depending on what I fancy really, whether it's a DMU stopping service or EMU stopping service, or whether it's a HST or an 800. And then the other option, which is the third option, would be to go via the Reading to Waterloo line, and which is also run by South Western Railway, and that kind of takes in from Reading down to Early and Wokingham and down to Ascot, and comes round into London Waterloo via the back ways. So that might very well be a trip to do anyway. Whether that gets done today, I don't really know. It kind of depends really, because there's a few locos, a few trains I'd like to run on. I have done the 800, but if that comes again, then that might very well be a possibility. If there happens to be a 707 going down the Reading to Waterloo line, then that is also a possibility, and also a Class 458, which also runs on that line and used to be a regular performer, not so much these days, but I'd like to have a go on that as well. So there's loads of options, so we're going to sort of play it by ear as such. So when we get to Reading Station, we'll have a little look around, see what's available, and then I guess we'll take it from there. I'm quite looking forward to, I would like to go on a green HST actually, and I did really enjoy my HST ride the other day, so that might very well be another pick to get to London. So all in all, we're going to have a fun sort of 2 days there and back. So we'll see. It might be two completely different journeys, one there, one outbound, one return. But we'll see how it goes. So stay tuned, and hopefully you'll enjoy this railway journey with me. So bye for now. So here we are at Basingstoke on our first part of the journey to London. And look what we got here, a GB Rail Freight 73 with a recently announced RHT train by hand. So they'll be bringing this out. So there you go. So this is another way of getting to London Waterloo, which would be one of my choices. And that would be to get on the 159, and that calls only at Woking and London Waterloo. So away it goes to London Waterloo. I don't know whether that's for my benefit. And away it goes. I do like a 159. I was thinking of travelling to London on that 159. So this will be our shuttle train to Reading. It's a GWR 166, so this will be the first part of our journey towards London. We'll take this for the short hop to Reading before we make our way to London on a HST or 800 or whatever's available. So see you shortly.
The Great Western Railway service to Reading.
And we're off, folks. We are on our way on the short hop to Reading. This class 166.
Not try to board or leave the train when the doors are closing. The next station is Mortimer. This is a Great Western Railway service to Reading.
So here we are on our Great Western Railway service to Reading.
The next station is Mortimer. This is a Great Western Railway service to Reading.
And we're out in the sticks on our way to Reading. And although we're a green 166, the interior of the blue 166 is still with us, so we didn't actually upgrade the actual maquette inside. But you can see by the seats already, they're more plush and thicker than those on the 800. And this is a far more comfortable ride so far than on the 800. I'm making my way down to London Paddington and hope to join an 800 for another review. So we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, just stick with me and enjoy the ride. So we're now approaching Reading. I think we've done Reading West, I'm not quite sure yet, I wasn't even paying attention. We might still have to, I think we actually have to stop at Reading West actually. And as you can see, although this is our green Great Western 166, you can see it's still in the blue and it's still got the dynamic lines interior with the pink trimmings, as they say. And the seats are really, really comfortable. You can see how thick they are and how they support you and everything like that. And this is an old unit now. I mean, I can't remember when the 166s were introduced. I think they were introduced in the very early 90s. So they're about 25 years old, 24, 25 years old. And they are still, you know, plugging away. And like I said, compared to a brand new 800, and I just didn't feel comfortable. This is like really, really good plush. I think these were the first class seating area originally, and I think they've taken the sports down and just made it standard class all the way through. And we are approaching Reading West. I mean, you can really hear all the buzzers and everything like that on this train, because I'm literally sitting, the driver's just literally just on the other side of that wall. And I'm really enjoying this short hop to Reading on this little 3-car unit. I could have gone the quicker way and joined that 159, which would have just stopped at Woking and London Waterloo only, which would have been a lot quicker. But I thought I'd come down this way because
or leave the train when the doors are closing.
There you go, all the buzzers going off.
Is Reading. This is a Great Western Railway service to Reading.
So the next station stop is our final station stop. Now the great thing about living in Sherfield and Loddon.
Reading. This is a Great Western Railway service to Reading.
I don't know how many times she's mentioned that. But anywho, the great thing about living in Sherfield in London is that Basingstoke is basically my main station now. And so that means it gives me far more options to get to London from where I am, whereas in Alton I just had that branch. Now you're currently passing the old TMD, which is now used by Network Rail for their own vehicles, as you're about to see. So this is where they store their vehicles, so anyone doing their TMD or anything like that can use this as a bit of a reference, I guess. So when we went to Swindon a few days ago, we were going back that way, but we're going to be carrying on an easterly direction into London, and here we have a Colas Rail Tampa train and all the bags, trimmings and everything, and then there's a couple of 166 units stored over at the far side. And this is exactly what we're on, this Great Western 3-car unit 166. That's one stored over there, and we now have a HST as we approach into Reading. So I'm not exactly sure what we're going to get going into London. I'm going to try and wait and see if we can pick something up. But here we are approaching Reading, our final station stop on this short journey between Basingstoke and Reading. So join me shortly. So here we are, we've just come off our shuttle train from Basingstoke and we're going to make our way to London. Okay everyone, we've got something special. We've got an Adelante. So we're going to be travelling on this. I believe it leaves at 14:04, so we're going to get on it straight away. Oh, I've never been on an Adelante before. Travelled on an Adelante before. travelled on an Adelante before. This is my first experience with one. This is so cool. How lucky am I? Join me later.
Arriving at London Paddington, final station for this service. Apologies for late arrival, approximately 22, figures 2 minutes late due to congestion in the Maidenhead area. Unfortunately, one of the two tracks in the Maidenhead area towards London Paddington closed at the moment due to a track defect. So of course the congestion in the Maidenhead area. Apologies for this, so we're only approximately 22 minutes late. Apologies for the delay for the obvious inconvenience caused. To make sure you get luggage and personal belongings to leave the train, and do have your tickets. Automatic ticket gates are in operation. That's London Paddington now, next and final station. All change. Thank you.
Hello everyone and welcome to London Paddington. We've now arrived. This is what the inside of our Adelante looks like. And it's been a slow journey, but it's been a very comfortable journey, and I have to say the ride quality was much better than that one of the 800. So I'll just give you a quick sneak peek of what it's like on the outside. I have to say, this is my very first experience of a Adelante 180. Never come across, I just about caught this one at Reading. So I didn't get a chance to film it, actually getting on board and it arriving. but I have to say, I think overall it's a better experience than my 800 experience, I have to say. Overall, I like the way it looks generally, and on the inside I like the way it looks. As you can see, this is the first class coaches, and they look absolutely great. But even the standard class seating that I was sitting on was really comfortable. The ride was really comfortable. I didn't feel jolted. It also had the first Great Western maquette, which is something else about the 800. It was just plain grey, bland maquette, which I didn't really like too much. And you just look at this, and it's just so much nicer to sit in, and it's a much more comfortable ride. So overall, I have to say, probably the 800 has the overall kind of looks over the 180 Atlantic, but not by much. I do like the way this 180 looks, and the ride quality was definitely better than on the 800. On my return journey tomorrow, we shall see whether or not I can get on a 800 or whether it will be a HST. But I wanted to get on this because I've never ridden on one of these before, and I just wanted to have a go and see what it was like. I think they're quite rare coming down here. I mean, I don't see too many of them using the GWR because it's generally the HSTs, and now the 800's coming in online, so I'm really glad to have had the pleasure. Here's a nice little comparison shot of the two. Let's see if I take a quick look. There's a lot of HSTs lined up here. And there's the Adelante. No, I really enjoyed that. I mean, it was a slow journey, but that's because, as you may have heard, there are problems in the Maidenhead area. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I like the way that Paddington looks these days. It looks nice. It's not as open as it was before, because before you should just be able to walk across, but now you can't. But anyway, join me later on, or the return journey, and I'll speak to you soon.